thanks for joining us once again for a special presentation of David Meece. He was in a live concert in 1982, and I tell you what, he is a very entertaining soul indeed. He had a little thing, it's about a 6-minute epic story in between his songs that night of called Mother, Muffler, Mozart, and the Beatles. And yeah, some of you might have heard it in your youth group days. But we're going to play it for you today, and yeah, maybe you have some thoughts on it. So let's get to it, and if you have a comment, please leave it. And here we go.
When I was a kid growing up, I used to be kind of mixed up about my mom. I mean, she's so sweet and everything, except when I did something wrong, you know? And you know what I'm talking about. I used to get really mixed up because I watched TV, you know, and mothers on television never acted like real mothers. You know what I'm talking about? You know, on TV, you know, when kids do things wrong, you ever notice? You never do anything to them, man. All they ever say is, "Young man, go to your room." Go to your room. I don't know about you guys, but my mother never said that to me when I did something wrong. When I did something that was really wrong, she'd look at me and say, "I brought you into this world, I'll take you out." We're talking violence on TV. They never met my mother.
We had the same relatives.
You ever notice too, when mothers get really mad, they don't talk normal either? They think me, do you understand what I am trying to say to you? Or do you listen to me? Oh, look at this room. Look at this room. Look at him, look at him, look at him. I got clothes all over the floor, but that way I don't get the carpet dirty. Oh, I just stepped on Mom. There's a cat down there. No, there's a cat under there somewhere. That's my brother Dwayne. Oh. Coming out, Dwayne. Been down there 3 days, man. See, my brother wasn't much help either, you know. Yeah, he was 3 years older than I was, and he's the one who corrupted me. You see, my mother had a lot of rules around the house, you know. You just didn't break those things, you know. Unless you want to be turned back to dust or something, and I'd be real careful, you know. Well, he and I had an agreement going where he wouldn't tell on me if I wouldn't tell on him, you know, when we did something wrong, you know. We figured we'd both live longer that way. But see, one of those rules my mom had to do with the kind of music you listen to. See, my mother didn't want anything but classical music in the house. She didn't want any of that rock stuff, that beat. Oh, yeah, I can have that in the house. I can have any of that country western garbage either. For years, I thought that was the name of the music, country western garbage, you know. A guy said he liked country western music. I said, well, you like garbage, oh. Got my jaw handed to me. Now, we didn't even have any religious records in the house or gospel music, you know, unless it was written by Bach, Brahms, or Beethoven. And I couldn't really get into that, you know, it was all in German. It's not like somebody with sinus trouble to me. But, I was in the practicing piano. I saw my brother Dwayne come in the house. You see, something about Dwayne you gotta realize. You see, my brother Dwayne never came in the sons were in the house unless he was smuggling something in. He shouldn't, you know. Did you know that he had in his possession a Beatles record? I said, man, do you want to die? He took me to the back room and he played me some of it, and I've got to kind of admit, you know, I kind of liked it too. You see, we had a problem then. Of course, we could only play it when my mother was out of the house. Of course, you can always tell when my mother left the house because she had a bad muffler. And we're not just talking your average, everyday bad muffler either, gang. You know, we're talking bad muffler, you know what I mean? I mean, walls would shake, buildings would collapse, mothers would take children off the streets, you know, we're talking bad muffler, okay? So the way we work our music is very simple, you see? I'd be in there practicing my Mozart. And I'd hear my mother driving off, you know? 20 years ago today, Sergeant Pepper caught the band to play. My brother come in and he say, "Is Mama gone?" I said, "I wouldn't be singing this if she was here, nerd." So he said, and we'd sing together, you know, till we'd hear her coming back, you know.
So true. Hogan's
Should I say what a
Heroes
nice
and the Meece house, as well as our
my
house.
brother would say, why can't you be more like your little brother? And he'd always say, I am. You see, I tell you that story to make a point. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people that try to run their Christianity the way my brother and I try to run our music. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Well, the people, they act one way when they're around one group of people. And then they get around another group of people and they become someone else. You know, they talk differently, they act differently. It's almost like we've got a world full of schizophrenic Christians running around loose all over the place, you know? Well, of course, there's only one big problem with all that. You see, God does not have a bad muffler. And, you see, whether you're willing to admit it or not, you see, he's with you every moment of every day, seeing the good things and the bad things. Well, you may be fooling your friends for a while, your parents for a while, your teachers, your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, maybe even fooling yourself. You're not fooling God. Because you see, there is no such thing as a part-time Christian. Huh? You either are one or you aren't one. And there's nothing in the middle. I didn't really understand that myself until I was halfway through school, halfway through college. Thought I'd been a Christian all my life, and I came face to face with the realization that Christianity involved a relationship. Something you do moment to moment, day to day, not something you do once a week and then forget about it. You know? And I realized that it made all the difference in the world in my life. I'd like to sing for you a song that deals with the commitment I made 100 years ago to always strive to be his every moment of every day.
If you haven't heard that song, I played it last year. It's called All the Time. You can look it up on the playlist. But very entertaining song, skit there by David Meece. Very well planned. I mean, in the middle of a concert too. Mother, Muffler, Mozart, and the Beatles, as well as Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. My mother wasn't looking, but God is always looking. So what do you say? I hope that you're not a undercover schizophrenic Christian. I hope that you're not divided. I hope that you are walking with the Lord. And if you're not, you know, God knows we're not perfect. Every day that we fail or when we fail, we just come to Him and confess that sin and say, Lord, sorry, man, I just don't have it. You know, but the Lord puts it in you. And it's not up to you. The Lord instills in you, and He sees you through that seed that He planted in you. He's going to see it through to the end. And then one day, you might have a hard time believing He'll be sanctified. I am wicked and depraved and desperately evil as we can be, to reflect the mirror image of the Lord Jesus Christ. Totally cleansed from sin, totally freed from sin. Wow, that would be someday, won't it? Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and may the Lord bless and keep you, and I hope you have a comment to leave, and better yet, I hope you tell a friend and come along and subscribe, because you can hear stuff like this every single day. Till next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you. I look forward to seeing you then. God bless. And share the Lord Jesus. And don't forget, pray for your pastor, pray for your neighbors, and help each other out.